Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Dungeon Crusade. Now we're pretty much at the beginning of our second dungeon dive. You can see here the gang arrived in the dungeon. They did a few steps a little deeper into the actual part of the dungeon. This is all still outside, remember that, and we're gonna now enter the dungeon probably back here, and also we're gonna explore these two chambers here, the Bellowing Cavern. Now we got basically two goals. First of all, we got to find, I'm not quite sure actually, I think we got to find a level 3 monster, which is either in the Bellowing Cavern or in the Red Widow's lair up there. And if we find that monster, then we also have to spawn the Red Widow itself, and we have to fight it. The more challenging quest seems to be to get the key from this guy here, a pretty impressive guardian, level 3, and that's the key to these chambers down here. And then we can open them, and we have to find, actually I'm not quite sure, wait a minute. So actually the following. Somewhere in here is a level 3 monster token, and that represents the Lich King. That's the guy we have to find and that we have to fight. And the other thing, let's see, we have to find 3 of 6 goods and belonging tokens, and they are distributed within these within these locations that I just mentioned. And if we find there is also a, my goodness, how does that work? It's a little confusing. When the heroes find the last of the goods and belongings, then we have to face the Red Widow herself. Okay, so the key and the Lich King down here, and here 3 of these belonging markers, and then we face the Red Widow. In addition, we have to fight 3 guardians. One of them is already here on the board, Lord Blackhand. Another threat is this raider over here, and there is a real chance that he can actually make it in the next monster phase down to the village, because these wraiths can activate twice, and then he could easily make it. So that is a serious problem, because my ranger is pretty far away, and I wanted to send him. I'm not sure how I can solve that problem. I'm thinking about maybe sending instead back the warlock, or I could actually light the torch, and then the ranger is pretty fast. Maybe that makes more sense. I think I want to do this. The ranger is not terribly good in fighting wraiths, but he's got a couple of good special abilities that maybe can compensate that. So yeah, I think we'll see. So I'm going to stick to the plan that I had before, and yeah, we're going to go to the first encounter, or to the next encounter, and that is Again, this card, pretty cool. The heroes notice that some of the ground in certain areas has a soft glow to it. All mining zones are enriched. Instead of rolling a d3 when mining, roll a d6 while this environment is in effect. Now this is pretty cool. I might consider doing it. I'm standing right next to a mining site here. Maybe it's worth taking some time and trying to do this, because that is a good opportunity. I'm really thinking about doing this, waiting a little bit, you know, maybe just bringing the warlock and the ranger back to here, fight this guy, and during that time the others can mine. Yeah, why not? Why not simply do that? Okay, then we gotta check if another guardian spawns. Wow, that was close, but luckily it's not happening. So this goes down, and now we activate our heroes, and I'm going to start with the bard, and we also have an orc archer over here. It's tough. If this guy moves down here and the bard gets attacked, that's obviously a big issue. So, not quite sure what I want to do with him. Maybe I should mine simply with him and we wait until... Because I need the warlock to defeat this guy. I want him with me. So therefore, we're going to take some time, hang out a little bit here in this excavation camp, and yeah, then we'll see what we can do later. Okay, that's a 1. That's not so great. We might even consider moving in here. There's a crate here. Maybe we can find, but we've got to move around. That's okay. 1, 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can simply move here. Then I can move again. That's a 5. I should have activated this guy first maybe. But I got an 8, so I can move quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can trade with the other guy, with the warlock, and can take the pickaxe. And then I can simply move back over here, and then I can mine. So let's do that. It's a good opportunity with this environment card, so I think it makes sense to do it. That's 3 cards. Let's see what we get. These are 2. We have Moonstone and Sultanite. And that's another Moonstone. Okay. And we got to check if the axe is okay, and on a 9 to 12 it will degrade. Okay, this thing gets more and more in a bad shape here. Okay, now we activate the knight. He hangs out there. I'm gonna trade again the axe. I think I'm gonna move here. Yeah, okay, of course. I mean, the roll was pretty ridiculous. I'm simply gonna move here, and then I'm gonna mine. Okay, that's a 5. That's pretty awesome. 1, 2, 3. Okay, mining site is exhausted. That sucks, but we can still draw overall 5 cards from what I understand. So we found some amethyst, pebbles and dirt. That's not so hot. Another moonstone and sultanite. Okay, now this is exhausted. Well, okay. And we got to check for the axe. The axe is still okay. So now it's the warlock, and he will activate his torch. So we're going to flip this, and that gives him an additional +2 for the movement. Okay, so that is a lot. Now he has 9 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I wonder if I should spend an essence. Because then, and I think I will, I spend an essence to move an additional space, because in that way the guy has to face me. He has to go to this space if he wants to go to the village, which means there will be some kind of combat, and maybe that will then give me the chance to stop him. Okay, so now we're going to activate the priest and the battle mage, and my goal is now to explore one of these 2 chambers here. Okay, so the priest is here, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I prefer to enter this chamber, and I'm going to rally the battle mage. I'm thinking about, the fact that the others basically, they're already activated. Okay, whatever. So yeah, she moves now simply in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll see what happens. And that is a level 2 monster. Okay, now let's see, we draw one of these champions. And that is a Black Hand Blade Master. So he comes from the House of Demons. These evil servants are a part of the Black Hand army. They are trained within a subterranean level of the House of Demons. The blades they carry are capable of slicing through the thickest of armor. Okay, so we have to fight mythical, spiritual, and chaos. So let's see. She's okay in mythical. She's actually, she's pretty good in mythical. She's great in spiritual, but maybe not good enough for this guy. He's very strong. And she's good in chaos. So I think overall we have good odds here. And let's see in which order the combat phases will happen. Okay, so we start with chaos, then mythical, and then spiritual. And maybe that's a good thing. I cannot kill him that sucks. I cannot really kill him during this phase. The problem is she can only do 3 damage. If she could attack twice, we could do it. The guy has 5 damage. She could, actually we could. If she does 2 damage and she 3 damage, then we killed him. But we cannot kill him in the first 2 phases, that's for sure. If we had one of these 3 damage weapons here, we could do it, but yeah, well, they don't have these. So let's see who attacks when. There are the markers. Now I will use my, we start with chaos, so I'm going to use the battle axe of the harvester. and attack with that. And then we have, it's spiritual, not physical. Didn't I place that? Oh, we have it here. Yeah, chaos, mythical. No, I didn't place it here. Weird. Okay, so it's like that, right? And then she fights. Let's see. I think my odds are better during mythical combat, so I'm gonna use the Dagger of Mourning during my second attack, and the Fabled Dagger then during my third attack. Okay, so we have the dice, and we see what happens. Okay, well, I guess that's not so bad. Chaos, we have rolled a 9. I have a modifier of +7, so that pushes me to 16, and that is enough. The guy has a 13, so that means he takes 2 damage. Then, next is mythical, we have a 7, and we have a huge modifier here. Now that is 3, 4, well, it's only 6, it's not that massive. But still, I mean, it's a modifier of 6. So that means we have 13, which is also enough. So he takes another 2 damage. And then we have the last one, we have a 12 in mythical. And we have a modifier of in spiritual, we have a massive modifier there of 7. So that is also enough. So we managed to kill him. That was great. No big deal here. So that gives me 2 life force, which is nice. That will allow me to upgrade another ability. And now we can roll. We want a 16, an 8 would be okay. 16 would be awesome. Let's see. That's a 13, so at least we make $100. So now we're going to flip this and we'll see what it is. And look at that. We found the first marker, goods and belongings. That is really nice. Lovely, beautiful art here, beautiful cave. Okay, so that was a good start. And finally we activate the ranger. And I'm also thinking about lighting the torch. We really want to be fast before this guy activates. Or before he becomes too dangerous. Okay, these are 9. Yeah, these are 9 movement points. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not, damn. And that's another 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the question is, do we really invest in essence? And I will do it. You know what? I will do that. I really don't want this guy to become a raider. I spent 3 essence, and I'm going to move him. And we've got to be careful, though, because he will only attack once. Wait a minute. And yeah, the minion will only attack once. And my chances are better if he attacks the warlock. So I might consider, but I still got a couple of special abilities. For example, the Shadow Stalker. I can activate that also in the monster phase. If this guy is within 5 spaces of the ranger. So I'm thinking about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's no problem. So I don't have to spend the essence. I can just stand there, and eventually when he shows up here, for example, I can activate my Shadow Stalker ability and maybe try to kill him that way. And if that doesn't work out, then I still got a shot with the Warlock. And I mean, if he also loses, well then, okay. So, it's now time to activate the monsters. And we start again with the Dread Thorn. So let's see how he moves. This is red. So he moves actually back here to the pit of the Blood God. You can see this hand coming out of the ground there. It's really awesome. Okay, then he moves back. And he has 4 movement spaces, right? So that's, I mean, this is kind of a dead end, so he will always move back and forth. Actually, I did not really have to roll here. Then it's red again, okay. And then he will move back again. So he basically just stays there. So we have now here a raiding goblin footman. And these guys, they scream to bring other creatures to their quest, so that they kind of help them with the raid, and that could become a real problem now. So this guy moves 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the reason why it is tricky, if he now activates this scream, then every minion within 7 spaces will also become a raider. That means these 2 guys will also become raiders. And that is obviously something that is not cool. So we got to roll a d20 and check if this is what happens. That's an 11. I think we got away with it. Yeah, only on a 15 to 20. Wow, that would have been crazy if these guys all would have activated. Actually, I was wrong about one thing. This is not a raider. He's just there by accident. I thought it was a raider because he was so close. But the raider is this guy. And so I kind of mixed this up. But it is not unlikely that he now will become a raider if he moves down here, right? But maybe I'm lucky and he moves back or up or something, and then I'm okay. Yeah, I really mixed this up. So now we're going to activate the Shadow Servant, and we also have to roll a die. And on a 14 to 20, he vanishes and makes a big leap to an adjacent quadrant. And he doesn't do that. He moves 7 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's it. And now the Wraith moves, and let's see what happens here. Okay, so these are 6 spaces. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna see where he goes. I don't want him to move the blue path. Okay, that is purple, and I think he simply moves back. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's okay. So he simply moves back, and even if he activates again, yeah, which he doesn't, no problems here. Okay, so that was good. So I guess the thing with the torch was a bit of a waste. I mean, it was probably not bad to be here in case this guy becomes a raider, but maybe I was a little too afraid. Okay, on to the next creatures, but I'm going to do that off camera. Oh man, look at that. The Orc Siegebreaker also activated. And remember now, we are playing here at hard, so we're rolling now a d8. And yeah, so this guy moves 7 spaces toward the village. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess he cannot simply enter there. So we have now quite a crowd here approaching the village. That's not good. Okay, but I guess these two can handle it. But it seems like we probably have to wait before we attack the big boy, because I think I'm going to need the warlock and the ranger to deal with all these guys. It's just too tough otherwise. And I want the warlock with me because he's good in these mythical combat and in the arcane combat. Oh man, okay. You know, but on the other side, maybe I'm not even so unhappy about the fact that these guys now leave the dungeon, because I want to work here with my group. I want to enter these areas here, the bellowing cavern, and then the Red Widow's lair. And with all these minions hanging around there, they would have activated as raiders anyway, I guess. So it doesn't really matter. But we can also focus more now on this guy here, and he will activate now Lord Blackhand. So he moves 2 spaces, and that's interesting. He moves here, and I think inside here we're out of line of sight, so he cannot see us. So he moves again, and that is green, so he simply moves back. Okay, this is kind of exciting, but you know, can I go there? Can I reach him? Can I try to attack him next turn? I guess it's probably risky, because if these traps are triggered here, I might get stopped, and then I can't. So I probably won't necessarily try to force the issue here. Okay, so now we have to check on a d12. That's a little bit. I could have also used a d6, I guess. If the torch goes out, and on a 1 or 2, this happens. So, okay. So we got to roll for the warlock and the ranger. So we're going to give the ranger this one and the warlock that one, because the warlock is green, the ranger is this kind of purplish. I mean, he's probably, I guess the ranger is probably blue, right? I think that's supposed to be blue because it's for ranged combat. So let's see. And okay, the torches are still lit. Right now we don't really need them because, yeah, there is basically nothing to do there for us. We just wait until the others arrive. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I guess. Maybe with them, I want to try to explore this area. There is a couple of secret rooms here. And now, as mentioned, I'm not too eager to confront this guy yet. But maybe I could even survive it. So I can't wait forever, right? So I guess it's probably time to move on here, and we'll see then. Yeah, so let's draw an encounter. And that's another environment card, so the enrichment card goes away. We kind of used it. I think it was a good decision to kind of spend a turn here to mine and yeah, use the opportunity here. One of the heroes calls out to his companions to come and see what he has discovered. Upon a wall between two candelabras is a piece of bloody fabric with an etching of a demonic face. A fellow hero knows this is evidence of an evil ritual of the Black Hand army. When combating monsters with a demonic racial trait, these monsters receive a +3 to all warfare values while this environment is in effect. So this isn't good. Let me see if this guy has a demonic trait. Luckily not. The Shadow Servant has, though. So this becomes a real issue. This is a raider, and this is going to be tough. We have a wraith. We have another wraith. Okay, these are not raiders, though. And Lord Blackhand also has that thing. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, that's clearly a problem. But there's nothing we can do right now. But I don't like that thing at all. Anyway, let's activate the heroes. I don't want to attack Lord Blackhand, I think. I think this is not the right time to do it. Let me quickly see. We got physical, we got arcane, we got spiritual and chaos. Okay, so I think in case this guy sees us, these two ladies are okay for him. She's really good in chaos. She's also good in physical, and the other one is good in spiritual. But I would prefer to wait. So now we're going to activate the Bard. Okay, 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go into this direction here, maybe try to explore the chambers, and then we'll see. And that's another 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Then it's the knight, and he will follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now the two ladies will try to explore this neighboring chamber here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to roll for that. So we simply move here. Then we raid. We have to do it the other way around, actually. She moves. No, that's not true. Oh, the warlock is number 3. Yeah, so this is an interesting question. What am I going to do with the warlock here? I think I just wait there. I think I really just wait there. Do I need him? What about the Shadow Servant? What are his abilities? I assume the warlock is probably... I mean, it's spiritual, arcane, and physical. So the warlock is not good. He's good in arcane, and he's pretty good in physical combat. What about the ranger? He's also pretty good in physical combat, and he's good in spiritual combat. Yeah, I mean, they kind of match pretty well, but we don't know. Maybe the warlock actually can leave this area. It seems the ranger could be capable of dealing with these guys. But there are a lot of them, on the other hand. Okay, I'm going to stay there with the warlock. I'm going to just let him sit there and do nothing. So then I'm going to move the two ladies simply over here. She's going to spend an essence to rally the other one. And we flip the token. Okay, that's a level 3 monster. That is the first time we see this. And yeah, I mean, we will see how bad these guys are. It's going to be interesting. Okay, that is a Blackhand Defiler, Defiler, I'm not sure what that means. So origins the Vile Tower. It really seems like, I'm not sure, but maybe we actually have different champions in every deck. I'm just hoping that's the case, because they also have their origin stories here, which I thought would be mainly for the level 1 creatures. We've seen that with the minions. And then the advanced creatures have special abilities. But maybe we find new creatures here also in the advanced decks. That would be cool. The Vile Tower was at one time the headquarters of the Blackhand Army. It is now for the training grounds. It is now used for the training grounds for the Defilers. Defilers are known for their incredibly evil power to corrupt one's heart, soul, and mind. And this is a big problem because this is a demonic creature. So we're in massive trouble. So let's see. Wow. Okay, this is insane. We have a physical combat value of 21 because it has a +3, spiritual of 18, and arcane 18. Yeah, okay, that's not good at all. I got a physical modifier of 6. No, that's actually not true. I got an 8. Okay. So that means I would need a 13. Yeah, okay. That's pretty rough. I can play the Ice Prism. That means the Warfare Rose. Oh, I can't use it in the chamber. Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Wow. Over here, we have a spiritual modifier of 7. So that means we need an 11 to be successful. And an arcane modifier of 3. That's not a lot. But she's got an arcane modifier of 6. Okay, that is better. So that means we need a 12. Man. I mean, okay. And it has 6 life points. Now, I think we can do that. But it's going to be probably really tough. And yeah. So let's see. This is going to be really hard, I guess. Because of that specific card there. So we got to find the dice. We have spiritual and physical combat, and yeah, the physical is going to be really, really brutal. Okay, so we have spiritual, physical, and arcane. I could try to hide, but honestly, I don't want to. I think I can do it if I'm a little lucky. I got potions, and she is not in a great shape. But yes, still, we have potions. And we can also play the Heavenly Arc ones. No, but she can't use it for herself. Okay, gotta live with that, I guess. So, yeah, let's try it. The guy doesn't do a ton of damage. It's only 2 per hit, but it's still, of course, really dangerous. And I wouldn't rule out that we get killed. But I hope, I mean, as I said, I think we have a chance. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I don't have any other special abilities. That's the problem, you know. Let's go for it. That is questionable. But okay. So I guess this doesn't work. That's a 10 in physical. This guy has more than 20. Oh, I should have actually, but okay, I already... So the thing is, she was obviously trying to do a physical attack here in... Let's do that once after a while. So she does a physical attack, the sort of a fallen. She then does a... this lady does a spiritual attack with the dagger of mourning, and she does an arcane attack with the battle axe. Okay, so let's see. I mean, the physical attack, yeah, that was definitely not good enough. So that means we lose 2 life points. Okay, but she can take a lot of hits. I mean, she is in pretty good shape. Then, we should have started with that, but it really doesn't matter. 8, and that's interesting now. Let's see, no, that's not enough either. That's not enough either. She has 18. No way, man. No way we can beat him there. But maybe there might be a slight chance here. 17. Okay, we have a 12, a 13. That's enough, I think. We do have an overall modifier of +6. So that is enough. So that means he takes 2 wounds from my battle axe. Okay, that's the start. We can survive 3 turns. So if it goes on like that, I think we can deal with that guy. So let's check the order again. Theoretically, we could kill him now. That's a good start, actually. Spiritual, physical comes last. That might help, because that is clearly his strong suit. So I guess, yeah, that's maybe we can do it. If we're lucky, we can do it. And okay, I mean, yeah, she does the spiritual attack. And I think we have to... It doesn't really matter, actually, because both damage do the same. Okay, both weapons do the same damage. So, as you see, that is good. That is good. We might have done it. So that is a 13. And we have a modifier of +7. So that brings us to 20. And that's enough. So that means the guy takes another 2. And this is a 14, and that is clearly enough. That brings us also to 20, I think. Yeah, okay, that's enough. We would have taken damage from the physical combat, but luckily we managed to kill him before. So in the end, it turned out that it wasn't too bad, but I think we were quite lucky with this last roll here. This whole combat, also the order and all that was a lucky shot here. So yeah, I think, yeah, we were lucky. Let's keep it that way. So we got a roll, and 17 gives us an item, 12 gives us $200, and we get 2 life force. That's a 5, so we don't get anything out of that. That's a shame. And then we're going to flip here, and do we find anything? Yes, look at that. That's our second goods and belongings. So that was really cool. Okay, so I'm not going to activate the ranger again. I'm just going to leave him there. And now it's time again to activate the other creatures, and we start with the Dread Thorn. That's green, so he moves this time down here. 4 spaces, we know that. Purple, oh my goodness. No, wait a minute, that was blue. So actually he moves here, so that's 2. And red, which means he moves back again. So because this has 2, this is purple and red. You can see that if you look closer. And the last is, that is blue. Okay, so now he's actually sitting down here once again. So interesting. Looks like we have another decision to make here. Of course, these 2 traps are a problem, you know. If you move there, try to attack him, and then you get stuck in a trap, that's not good. Okay, we have again the Goblin Footman, and there is now a chance that he might turn the Wraith into a Raider if he activates his special ability. So first we got to move him, and he moves 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he ends up here, and now he rolls a die, and I think on a 14 or 15 to 20, and luckily that's not the case. So no additional raiders, at least from his side. Now the Shadow Servant over there, another raider activates. We have to check. Oh, and that's a 15. I think, yep, he activates his special ability, which means he vanishes and then teleports to here, and now he will activate. So it is totally likely that he will now really come close to our heroes. Okay, that's 6 spaces. That might actually be still okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's what I call close. That's really interesting now, because I could now use my Shadow Stalker ability. And the question is, if I want to, I don't think that I have a safe shot on this guy. Is he demonic? Oh man, he actually is even demonic, which makes it even harder. Yeah, I think we need to activate the ability then. So, okay, I can do it during the monster phase, which is cool, because in this way I can have activated this turn and then again next turn. So that's really good. And that costs me 3. That's a lot. But here, okay, if a minion or guardian is within 5 spaces of the ranger, and that is definitely the case, it's 4 spaces actually, roll a d6 and consult the chart. On a 3 to 6, a monster takes 2 damage. So let's do it. If we roll a 3 to 6, the guy is killed. And we do that. So that was great. And that was worth the 3 essence. Because, yeah, a battle against this guy would have been probably a little harder because of this demonic environment issue here. So cool, he was killed. Nice. So let's check the activation of Lord Blackhand. That is red, so he moves here. And that is green. Oh man, he moves here. That's not cool. Huh, okay. So there's a good chance that he now ends up here. But only if he rolls blue. Okay. You know what? I actually forgot to roll for loot for the Shadow Servant. I need a 19 to be successful there. And that's a 17. Okay. So we're done with the monster phase and we go to the next turn. Check again for the torches. Okay, so the blue torch, so the ranger's torch goes out and we simply lose that marker. It is discarded. No, let's place it here. Okay, so let's draw another encounter card. And this is again an event. Randomly select a hero. And again, I can see we've already seen that. It's this guy here, the knight. This hero has come across a dying high priest of the faith who was part of a massacre in the village of Salem Port. Furiously, this hero grabs for a steel rod that's nearby to slay this malevolent creature. Roll a d10. Okay, there we go. That's a 1. The hero simply kills the filth. Again. Okay, but at least nothing bad did happen. Okay. Maybe there's some kind of sacred place here for these priests, and they come here to die, and you know, from time to time you stumble across a dying priest and then you just kill the guy. So what I want to do is I want to activate these two first, and I'm not going to go after him. It's really dangerous, I think, to cross these traps, and then if I got stuck there, I get attacked by him because I cannot attack myself. So I think I don't want to take that risk. Instead, I'm going to try to move in here. I probably cannot make it to this chamber here of the hidden passage. That would be cool. It probably will not work out, but I'm going to try. Maybe it's too far. It won't work out. But I can move in here and then maybe clean out the chamber, make my way through this trap. There are the 2 secret rooms, and maybe I meet this guy. We'll see. But I would prefer to do it with the warlock. So yeah, I think it's time to move the warlock back too. And then we have the problem here with this guy, and he is really, really not the one we want to fight right now. These 2 heroes are no match for this guy, especially because he is a demonic entity and we have that environment which pushes him even further. So I don't want to take that risk at all. Try to hide with them. So we'll see. So let's start activating the Bard. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he ends up here. Can he make it into the chamber? Will he try to rally the other hero? If he can. Yeah, that's now a problem. You know, that's the thing. God. I'm pretty sure it's not a great idea. Oh man, and then we have this archer here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go here and trigger the trap, the archer will see me. So that also sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, honestly, I'm pretty sure the knight can't make it. He's too slow. So, I don't know. Should I trigger the trap anyway? What about the archer? I mean, okay, this is ranged, chaos, and spiritual. I'm good in spiritual, but I'm not good in ranged and chaos, so I probably don't necessarily want to trigger that guy. You know, I think I simply position myself here. Just move around like that. I have enough movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, actually I can only move here. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, then I would have had to spend an essence to move into the chamber anyway. I'm just going to wait there for the knight. Man, look at that. Maybe the knight would have been able to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he could have if we spent one additional essence. That's crazy. He really rolled well, but I could have foreseen that. You know, he could have also just... he rolled a 4 and a 6. That's pretty good. Okay, anyway, we can explore the chamber next turn, I guess. So then it's the warlock, and I want to move this guy back. He still has his torch. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, lovely. And now it is, yeah, that's a thing that I wanted to do. The priest, she's standing within the chamber, and I want to do an enlightenment action. I want to improve the heavenly arc. There we go. So that costs 4 life points, 4 life force points. And I'm going to trigger that thing right away. When activated, roll a d3, add 2. The result is health and essence restored to every hero within the dungeon. Except, sadly, for the priest. And it's also pretty expensive. We have to spend 4 essence to activate that thing. But I think it is worth it. Okay, that's 5. That is huge. So I hope I gotta see. So that was quite a boost, and everybody says thank you to the priest. That was really good. Now we're gonna activate I'm gonna activate her, and I want to trigger one of these traps. So I'm just gonna move here, and I hope that that's not a bad surprise, but it is. So I got this lesser charm, which gives me +2 to all my abilities. So maybe that's helpful. So we draw a trap card, and we gotta roll a die here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's a 15. I'm gonna draw just a minute. Okay, I don't know what it is. Let's find out. Ugh. The Viper and the Gold. This hero has found a pouch of gold. As they reach for it, a black rock viper slithers out from an eroded part of the wall. Test agility 18. Okay, So first of all, it's a level 2 dungeon, and I already said that I'm gonna change the rules of this scalable difficulty reference card. So usually it depends on the level of the heroes. I think it actually makes more sense if it depends on the level of the dungeon. So this is a level 2 dungeon, so we're gonna still deduct 3 from the value, so that means we have to reach a 15, and my agility isn't that hot, it's 2, but I can add another 2, so that means it's a 4, so I need an 11 to be successful. Okay, that's not easy. Ah, shit. 1. That was close. She just managed to bite me, I guess. On a fail, the hero is bitten. Roll a d6. The result is health and essence lost. The Viper then frantically slithers away and knocks the pouch deeply into a crack in the wall out of reach. This ends the hero's turn. Yeah, that wasn't good. Okay, that's a 2 at least. Yeah, probably be close because she just barely managed to bite me, so she just couldn't inject the full venom, you know. It just managed to get away at least a little bit. Okay, so we lose 2 essence and 2 health. I guess that could have been worse. And now at least the way is free into these inner parts of the dungeon. And then last, it's the ranger, and what I want to do is I simply want to move 2 spaces here out of sight, so there is now a wall between me and this point. So if the Lord moves here, at least he doesn't see me. If he moves here, though, it's a problem. But I simply hope that he doesn't. I don't want to move too far away from these areas because of the raiders, right? I want to try to kill the raiders. So what about this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He cannot make it to the village. Okay, so at least that's not a problem right now, but the other guy could become a problem eventually. So first we go now into the monster phase, and first we have to spawn another minion. So this is a Blackwood Prowler, and gotta put him at the end of the queue. There we go. It's this guy here. Let's see where he spawns. That is a 3. So that means he shows up right here. Oh man. Okay, and now we're gonna activate again the Dread Thorn, or Dead. What is it? Dread Thorn. Okay, so let's see what he does. Down there. Okay, that is purple, and that's interesting because now he actually moves out of the dungeon, and yeah, I mean, these guys, oh man. Right now he probably only sees wings above the tree line here, and they are already a bit shocked here. Let's hope he goes back in. That's blue. That sucks hard. Okay, I mean, that means he now sees the dog, but that's okay. He doesn't see the priest yet, or the warlock. If we roll now red, that is a big issue, and also purple. This could become a massive problem now. Okay, that is green. Oh boy, he moves back. That was super close. Oh man. We were really, really lucky here. Oh boy. And now his last movement step is purple again. So that was fun, you know. It just was kind of, oh man, that was so close. Yeah, luckily he didn't see us. That could have gone terrible wrong. Okay. Okay, so now we activate again the goblin footman over here, also a raider, and we'll see how close he comes to the village. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he just moves here. That's okay. But still, I think with his next activation, he will reach the village. So we really have to hope that Lord Blackhand moves out of sight, and because otherwise, it's not good. We don't have to activate his special ability. There is no non-raider creature within 7 spaces of him. And okay. Okay, look at that. So the Orc Archer moves, I think, 9 spaces following the red path, which means he now definitely will see us. That makes him a raider, and he will also attack the knight. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now he attacks the knight. But, you know, I have a feeling that this is not such a big issue. As long as it's not chaos, we should be okay. So let's see, we roll a die, we don't want a 2. Okay, that's a 1. That is ranged combat. So that is not so bad. We have a +6 modifier in ranged combat. We use the Witherbrook bow, and yeah, so if we do damage, the guy is already killed. So that wasn't so bad. Let's see, ranged combat. He's got a 14, so all I need is an 8. That wasn't great, but it's still enough. I got a good modifier. I mean, I couldn't miss that, right? Oh no, that's bullshit. I need an 8. Yeah, of course. That's not good. But what I can do is, I can use my tactical warfare. And that means I'll use 2 essence, which allows me to reroll the d12. And that might be worth it. And technically, I think I also could use the other one and reroll that one. So let's see. Okay, that is it. That was great. So yeah, that's a cool ability here. Knight may spend 2 essence to reroll one of his d12 warfare dice for a new result. This may be done repeatedly within reach of combat, as long as 2 essence is spent. Cool. So yeah, that was easy. We managed to kill him. Excellent. And if we roll a 19, we get money. If we roll a 20, we get loot. Nope. Nothing here. But okay. That wasn't bad. Okay, we see the Orc Siegebreaker activating. He rolled a 6. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's standing. Yeah, he's standing here. So he basically ends up here. That is uncomfortably close to the village entrance. I'm not sure if he can make it in one turn. He's not that fast, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think he can't make it next turn. It's super close, but he can't make it. Okay. Let's do the wraith. That is the red wraith up there. That's not too exciting. You just move 5 spaces, following the blue path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to roll which direction he moves. Green 5. So he simply moves down here. And we've got to check if he activates again. And he does. Okay. So that means that's another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the red path. Okay, that's not so hot. So he also comes a little bit into the direction of the village. But he's not a raider. So that's okay for now. And now it's getting interesting. It's the Lord Blackhand. And yeah, I don't want him obviously to come down here, or even worse in this direction. So let's hope for green or red. Maybe, I'm not sure what is better. Maybe I would even prefer red here. That is not good. That's purple. Oh, actually, that's okay. That's okay. Only blue would have been really bad. So he moves here, and now let's hope that we don't move back. I want to roll purple or red. Okay, so he moves back. Yeah, that's not good. That's a bit of a problem. Because I cannot really fight these guys now. I can do it. I can try to do it from a distance though. Then he won't see me. I can use my Shadow Stalker ability, try to attack the footman in this way from here, for example. But that is something that has to work out, and it's a bit risky. I only have a 60. I only have a 2 in 3 chance basically to that this works, and if it doesn't, this is not good. Shit. I don't know. I'm not sure how to handle that. If things go wrong, it's possible that these guys... I don't know. We will see. Just let's hope that things don't go wrong, right? It's difficult. It is. The thing's gotten really more interesting now. I mean, the first dungeon crawl was really a lot of fun, and there was a lot of exploring, and there were all the treasure chests and all that. Now they are gone, but now it feels all a little more threatening. The traps are a little more dangerous, and the creatures also, especially the guardians, there is just more going on now. And I still have to activate the prowler, by the way. So let's do this. Okay, so he does not become a raider. He follows the red path. He moves a lot of spaces. This is +5. So he moves 7 spaces along the red path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got another creature going this way. Really not too happy about all that. But okay. Until now, nothing bad happened. There were a couple of threats, especially the fight in the chamber here. But in the end, it all worked out well. There is one more thing, and we have also this glyph of lightning, and that could also come in really handy. Because it's basically, you can simply use this and then deal 1d3 damage. and it's not an action. The problem is you have to be adjacent to a creature. But yeah, that's pretty cool against these minions if combat is a problem, because I could basically move adjacent to them, use this thing, and then run away again. So that might be also an option, as long as Lord Blackhand is sitting in this area there. Okay, great. So yeah, I want to load this up. I think this is definitely getting interesting again. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Bye.